Oh great father, my Minecraft friend Rainbow gave me an emerald and named it the Friendship Emerald.
Aw.
Now we keep trying to upstage the other's gifts. How do I stop this gift war?
Chat, I just remembered something, and you are gonna lose your f***ing mind. You are gonna lose your mind over this new techno law. New unspoken of techno law has just dropped. It's going to drop. Are you ready? So you know the whole emerald like friendship thing? Initially, that was Techno's idea. But you know why he introduced it? Because the initial plan that he had for me and his character was for me to betray him. He was like, dude, let's make it like, let's make us look like absolute best buddies, unbreakable best buddies. And I was like, oh, this is great. I love this. And then afterwards he told me his plans. I was like, oh man, that makes me sad though. And he changed it because it made me sad. We had a good chat. We had a long chat about like where he wanted to take the character, his character, and what he wanted me to do and everything. And he had this whole thing thought out where like we'd grow closer and closer and closer and closer. And then I would stab him in the back and it would be like the ultimate betrayal, saddest fucking shit. I think the exact thing he said was, oh, I'm going to make them cry so hard. They're going to cry so hard with this, Phil. And then like after a while, like he came around to my idea of like not doing that because I was like, that makes me fucking miserable.
I had friends in school who literally brought homemade moonshine or weed brownies, plus a schoolmate of mine is on a list for being a serial peeper.
Dude, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so like basically that was like a big thing that Techno initially wanted to do, and then we had a long chat about it. And I told him like we kind of worked out where it would end up and how it would be. And I was like, well, we could do, like, if we did do that, we could do a redemption arc. But, like, redemption arcs are boring because they seem forced. I was like, I kind of like the idea of me and you against the world, like SMP Earth, but different. And he's like, yeah, I like that too, actually, never mind. So, yeah, it was initially, the initial idea that Techno had was for me to betray him and make everyone cry. But then we decided it would be a lot cooler if we're just like this fucking unbeatable duo of just like immortal dude and pig warrior war god. Like we were like, oh, that's way cooler. That's way fucking cooler. Like full on camaraderie, like against the world, just fighting shit. Fight forever. Fight forever. But that didn't even cross my mind to fucking bring to your guys' attention until just now. Hello, Jesus Christ. Little nugget just in the back of my head just sat there. Can you imagine how fucking like sad it would have been? I don't think I still don't think it would have been worth it to betray him. Like as cool as a betrayal would have been, I don't think it would have been that as good as what we ended up coming up with eventually.
Thank fucking God that didn't happen. They lost their shit when you burnt Tommy's God apple lamau.
You know what's really funny about that as well? And I've told this before. That was Tom's idea. He was like, Phil, you gotta make me like want to not care about physical items anymore for my training arc. And I was like, okay, so how about we just burn something like right in front of you, right? And he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna get you to burn something of mine, something precious of mine in front of me. And he chose the God Apple. He did that. He knew exactly what I was gonna do. He picked that specifically to make you all more sad because it's like a really like big thing that he wanted. It wasn't a disc, but it might as well have been, right? It was pretty important, but he wanted to make it like really clear that like he needed to stop caring about physical items as much and then care about people more. Because I think the whole like thing to do with his character at that point, because it changed, I don't know what the fuck it ended up being, but it was about me teaching him to take care of the people he loves more, because he like basically hesitated of saving Toby's life over a fucking disc. So he wanted to like his character to have that realization of like, oh fuck, yeah, Jesus Christ, I was about to let Tobias die for a disc in a game. Like he had to have that like revelation, and the burning of that apple was his like revelation, essentially. Like, oh shit, yeah, fuck. And then eventually he did do it in his like finale, where like he threw the disc, right, to get them out of the prison. Not my dad's like, I hate you, why did you burn his Minecraft item? Real. Tommy in it is so sad now, for real. What? Roleplay? What's that? Dude, there was people that thought it was unscripted. We underestimated the like gullibility of people watching the Dream SMP. Like, they genuinely were just like, this is real, everything is real, everyone is sad in real time, real, I am mad now, real. Like, they couldn't think like, oh, it's like a TV show. Definitely made some interesting moments, I think. Wouldn't change anything for the world though. I loved playing Minecraft with my friends and doing cool little roleplay stories. It was so fun. All British.
SMP lore heads have incredible analytical
bacon and eggs
skills that I admire deeply, but dear god, some of them got really fucking annoying about trying to control the narrative direction and character arcs.
Well, yeah, because it was like, it's a live stream. It was a very unique
who mattered. Death to season 2, honestly.
It was a very unique experience, I think, for a lot of people, and it was brand new to a lot of people as well. Like, oh wow, I'm watching this story unfold live, and I can type, I can react, I can shout things. Oh my god, streamer is doing this thing right now, and they can see they read my message out. Like, it was crazy. Completely new experience for a lot of people. Technically, you could just say, well, go to a play. Same experience, except they will just ignore you or kick you out of the theater. It'd never been seen before in that capacity on Twitch or in a live streaming format, as far as I'm aware. It might have been, but like not on the same level. It was wild. I honestly feel like it's good that things end. You know, I personally don't care if season 2 comes back or not. That's just my opinion. I feel like it did what it did, and I was happy to be a part of it. But like, I'm not like, oh, can't wait for season 2. Like, I'm good. I think if it does come back, the people involved shouldn't be hung up on trying to make it as good as season 1, because it never will be. That's an undeniable fact. Because the season 1 of Dream SMP, wow, I feel like happened in such a way that is almost undeniably unrecreatable and can just exist in its own little box now. Like, bonk, done. You know, it was wild and it was an experience, but like, I don't think that'll ever be recaptured again. And if it is, it'll be with entirely different people. Like, that sort of experience, it'll be entirely different people, entirely different creators. It's like a generational thing almost. It's like, oh wow, this thing happened, cool. And I think a lot of the people that want season 2 to happen, not creators but like viewers, are just after that feeling they had from season 1, thinking it's going to be the same. It's not. It's just not going to be the same. It's just how it is. Things die, people move on, interests change. And there's always going to be people like chasing after that feeling that they had when they watched season 1, but it's just not going to be the same. And that's fine. That's not a bad thing. That just means that it's time for something else. It's time for something new, you know? I can't believe I'm listening to Something New by Kubi when I said that, for fuck's sake. I was like, I paused for a second. I was like, wait a minute, is this Something New by Kubi? It is.